Man is back.
Oh, okay, boys. Oh my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard. Oh, look at that, my God.
This is your boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary gameplay for you guys here on YouTube. And I'll be honest, I had nothing to talk about for today's video. And then this story kind of fell into my lap. So if y'all recall, I don't think I talked about this at all before, but y'all still, if y'all follow, video game news, y'all might have heard about this a while back. So check this out. Switch hacker Gary Bowser, he was sentenced to jail once upon a time. Well, he was released recently, but he is financially done. It's over for him. Let me read you guys some of these articles. So we got one from VideoGameChronicles.com and another one from Dextro.com. So check this out. This one from Video Game Chronicles first and foremost. So check this out. Gary Bowser, who is not related in any way, shape, or form to Nintendo's American president, Bowser. I forgot what the rest of his name is, but it is Bowser, which is funny. Gary Bowser, the hacking group member who was convicted for creating and selling circumvention devices, enabling users to play illegal backups on Switch and 3DSs, has been released from prison only. So check this out. He was sentenced back in February 2022 to 40 months in prison for his part as a member of a hacking group called Team Execute. How you pronounce? I don't know. Executor. Xecute, or how you pronounce that word. Y'all knock yourselves out with that. Which in 2013 began creating and selling those devices, enabling users to play illegal ROMs on consoles, including the 3DS and the Switch. Now, I think Dextro.com have a more in-depth report regarding that. So check this out. They are also the masterminds behind the Nintendo Switch custom firmware SXOS, which allows users to play pirated games. In 2020, the release of SXOS and Switch mod chips caused some ire at the house at Nintendo. The chips were sold by that team, and published and promoted their products on websites such as Max Console. There you could find out how to use and where to purchase mod chips. So there you go with that. In 2020, Gary Bowser, Canadian by the way, who ran the Max Console website, was extradited to the U.S. following his arrest in the Dominican Republic, which is interesting. So the Dominican Republic is under the United States case, I'm wondering. So yeah, a Canadian was arrested in the United States. So there you go with that. According to reports, Bowser, and here's the quote here, willfully participated in a cyber criminal enterprise that hacked leading gaming consoles and that developed, manufactured, marketed, and sold a variety of circumvention devices that allowed the enterprise's customers to play pirated versions of copyrighted video games. So there you go with that. And let's switch back over to Video Game Chronicle. So check this out. In an interview with Nick Moses, as reported by Torrent Freak, and I have no clue who Nick Moses is, but we're going to move on. Bowser said he was released from federal prison in late March, which was nearly a month ago, and is now at the Northwest Detention Center in Tacoma, Washington, where he is undergoing processing before returning to Canada. However, Bowser now has to fulfill the other part of his sentence, which he has been ordered to pay $14.5 million in damages, of which a $10 million payment to Nintendo is considered the priority. In the interview, Bowser claimed that he had paid $175, not $175,000 or anything like that, just straight up $175 of this to date, which came from the job he was doing in prison, but says that upon his release, he will have to start paying a percentage of his grossly monthly income to Nintendo. And here's the quote. With the agreement with Nintendo, the maximum they can take is between 25 and 30% of your monthly gross income, Bowser said, continuing on with what he said. And I have up until like 6 months before I have to start making payments, end quote. In order to pay off Nintendo fully under this agreement, Bowser would have to earn at least $40 million before taxes. Given that Bowser is 53 years old, Touring Freak suggests this would mean Bowser is unlikely to ever fully clear his debt and will likely be paying Nintendo for the rest of his life, which is true, which is crazy. This dude is 53 years old. So, and like, I don't have like any type of facts or stats behind me, but women normally last longer than men in terms of like a lifespan. Women last longer than men. Like men, and well, this is especially true for black men. Black men, like they die like late 50s, early 60s, I feel. Whereas men in general, they can make it up to 70. Like, and again, I could be off with these numbers, but that's what I'm guessing here. So this dude gonna be paying Nintendo for like another 17 years rather, and then he gonna kick the bucket, unfortunately, because of age. And then Nintendo they ain't gonna get that money unless they're gonna say, "Oh, you have kids? Well, your kids paying it." No, I guess I don't know how that works, but yeah, let's continue on with this though. In June of 2022, a transcript of Bowser's sentencing was received by Aoxis, how you pronounce that? AXIOS, in which Nintendo lawyer AJ Singh, that's almost sound like a wrestler name or a golfer name, like VJ Singh, but nevertheless, the lawyer reportedly said that the sentencing was a quote-unquote unique opportunity, end quote, to send a message about piracy. And then the U.S. Court Judge, Robert Lasnik, seemingly agreed with Singh, stating that TV and movies regularly glorify hacking as quote-unquote sticking it to the man, giving the, end quotes right there, giving the impression that there is no harm in it given how much money large companies make. At one point, Robert, as saying, quoting, "What else can we do to convince people that there's no glory in this hacking / piracy, excuse me?" And Singh answered, "There would be a large benefit to further educate the public." And that's end quote. And I wish I was in that. I wish I was in that meeting with the two of them so I can fully, as somebody who represents the general public, neither one of them represent the general public. As somebody who represents the general public that actually game, I could easily answer this question. But before we get to that, let's talk about, again, I already talked about Gary Bowser. I'm not supporting what Gary Bowser did. It's one thing if you as a consumer was to say, "Oh yeah, let me get the pirate game because it's cheaper or it's free." And more likely, you're not going to get in trouble for that. The worst that will happen is your console going to be brick, as in it won't work anymore. That's it. It's not like you're going to be like under some lawsuit or anything like that. But I won't be doing that because I don't want my console to be brick. So actually I got two switches like the old one. So I could do it with the old one, but I don't want to because one, I don't know how, although I could probably easily find out. And two, and more importantly, I don't want that console to be brick because I have a lot of stuff in there. So I won't be messing with that. So yeah, there you go with that. Now, regarding what Bowser did, again, he was selling that stuff along with his team. Like, you can't do that, especially with Nintendo. You know how Nintendo is. Nintendo is petty as heck when it comes to their quote-unquote property, when it comes to their characters, when it comes to their likeness, when it comes to, their products. Like, this is the company that had a problem with somebody uploading. And I'm dead serious. This is actually the thing. This is the company in Nintendo that had a problem with somebody uploading images of a old Nintendo magazine. I think it was like a Nintendo 64 magazine or wherever, Super Mario 64 magazine that was only released in Japan back in the mid-90s, mid to late 90s. That comic or that magazine never saw the light of day outside of Japan back in the day. That magazine is not being printed now. It's not being sold anywhere. Somebody just uploaded it online, and then Nintendo came to them and was like, "No, you gotta take that down." And I'm like, why? Like, where's the harm here? Like, this is that type of company that you're dealing with here. So if a company have a problem with you doing that, if you pirating or selling modded games of theirs, oh, they're coming after you hard. And this is the hardest they go come after people. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So let's get on to that last comment about the conversation between the lawyer AJ Singh and the judge Robert. Like, in terms of, okay, the question asked is, what else can we do to convince people that there is no glory in this hacking / privacy? Really, the question that should be asked is, why do people do it? That's not the question. The question that needs to be asked is, why are people want to hack to quote unquote stick it to the man? That's the question that needs to be asked. Well, there's two reasons why people are hacking. Well, in regards to video games, that is. There's two reasons why people are hacking to, quote unquote, sticking it to the man, end quote. One, when you guys release your games, not all of you, but some of you, when you release your games, they're never 100% done. They're never 100% done. They're always broken in some way, shape, or form. For example, Cyberpunk 007, The Last of Us port for PC. There has been other examples of games that have been released day one, and it's been broken. Like the Grand Theft Auto trilogy that was on PC. There's been, now granted, Nintendo doesn't really fall under that category with the exception of their latest Pokemon games. Scarlet Violet, when that first came out, there was issues there. Now the game is fine. But when that game first came out, there was issues. Don't get me started with NBA 2K. There's always issues with that. So when you release these games that are not completely done, and yet and which brings me to the second reason, and yet you're asking us to pay $70 now for these games, why in the world would we do that? Why would we pay $70 for a game that we're not sure if it's really 100% ready to go or not nowadays? So, yeah, those are the two reasons why people are hacking. Again, would I hack or get a pirate game or anything like that? No. But at the same time, you ain't gonna see me fork over $70 for Forspoken or the Harry Potter game or the upcoming Zelda game, Tears of the Kingdom. No, I'm not doing that crap because they ain't worth $70. Like, in my opinion, they're not worth $70. Like, am I saying that no game is worth $70? I'm not gonna go that far. I did get the God of War. That was $70. The new one, I did get that Sonic Frontier. I think that was $70. I don't remember. But with Nintendo coming out with that Zelda, this would be the first game that they'd be charging $70. And that is on a current console, that is. Like the old Pokemon games, that don't count. But I'm not getting that game because there's not like the reason. And the dumb part is the reason for that is they basically say, well, our competitors are now charging games for $70. We should just follow suit. That's their reasoning. And it's like, no, I'm not getting that crap. Like, it's basically, now in terms of like the storyline and the gameplay and stuff like that, is Tears of the Kingdom going to be different from Breath of the Wild? Yes. But in terms of the makeup of the game, you know, how it's being produced and the manufacturing of the game, are there a difference? No, there's no difference. So it's like, why pay $70? Like, it makes no sense. And unfortunately, the Nintendo fanboys are going to do that because Nintendo got a lot of fanboys who are willing to do that. Just like Pokemon got a lot of fanboys who are willing to basically kiss their ass as if Pokemon can do nothing wrong, but yet half of them want to go after Niantic, who are under the Pokemon company. You see where I'm going here? So it make like those are the two reasons why people are pirating games. Because one, they're broken. Again, not all of them. Maybe not even most of them, but some of them are broken. That's one. And two, they cost too much. They cost too freaking much. And I don't want to hear, oh, well, you know, they don't. Well, first of all, Nintendo have no excuse in terms of why Tears of the Kingdom is $70. Like, there's no excuse. I don't care what you can come up with. There's no excuse for Nintendo to do that crap. And in terms of Sony and Microsoft, and especially 2K and every other game developer or whatever, for them to say, oh, well, we got new systems, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are more powerful, so we have to increase. I'm like, bro, y'all got microtransactions. Y'all making a killing with microtransactions. I don't want to hear the crap about, the advanced systems. No, y'all got microtransactions. Take some money off of that and put that on these games. And y'all worry about spending extra money to make these games. No, I don't want to hear that crap. So, yeah, that's an excuse. So, bottom line is this. What Gary Bowser did, I'm not supporting in any way, shape, or form. But to say, oh, we need to educate the public on why piracy is bad, I'm like, no. You need to be educated on why people are pirating your games to begin with. And once you learn that, and the fact that none of these, well, let's be honest, none of these video game companies are pro-consumer. They are anti-consumer. So there's that too. So once you get that for your heads, now you can realize, oh, wait a minute, okay. Maybe we should like release our games in 100% perfect order. Maybe we should lower the cost again. I don't know. Like, so yeah, that's what they need to do here and be more pro-consumer. If they start doing that, then the piracy will go down. Would it totally disappear? No. but it would go down. So there you go with that. I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know what this is. This is the boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.